Okay, we're ready to start our activity. So parents, all you're gonna need is some kind of container to hold the water. You can use a bowl like me, you can use a bucket, you can use a sink that's plugged at the bottom, or a bathtub, whatever you might have on hand, and just fill it up with water, obviously. And then you can kind of collect some objects that you might want to test out to see if it sinks or floats. I have my little sheet here, got a little wet up there, that I linked below this video so that you can print it out at home if you want to, and I put it in a little plastic page protector so that once I finish testing if it sinks or floats, I can sort it into two columns, either if it floats on over here or if it sinks, I'll put it over here. And before I get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about what it means for something to sink or float, right? I have my friend the duck here. Do you see what he's doing on the water? Is he sinking or floating? Yeah, he floats, right? You see how he's sitting right on the very top, the surface of the water. He doesn't go down below. He stays right on top. So the duck floats in the water when he swims. And I have my little pal, the duck, right here, and I can test to see if my little friend, the duck, floats on our water, just like that duck does. And what you can kind of do, parents, to before you start testing objects, is kind of practice making those predictions. So we kind of model this for your kiddos and show them how we can kind of weigh the objects in our hands and see if it's heavy, if it kind of pushes our hand down, or if it's light, if it doesn't weigh too much, you can kind of hold it pretty easy. And then kind of use that information to make a prediction about whether the object is going to sink or if it's going to float. So my duck doesn't weigh too much. He's very light. I can hold him very easily. So I think he's going to float. Let's see if he floats in the water. Oh, he's floating, right? He's just right on the surface of the water. So I can put him under float. The next object I have a rock. And the rock is very heavy. It pushes my hand down. So I think it's going to sink. So let's see. Ooh, you can hear it when it hits the glass bowl on the bottom of the bowl. So that means it sinks, right? It's very heavy. It goes way down below the surface of the water. It sinks. My next object, I have this guy. He's a leaf from my backyard, one of the trees from my backyard. I am going to see if he floats. He's very light, so it doesn't really even feel like I'm holding anything. It's so light. So I think he's going to float. Let's see. I think he floats in the water. So how he sits right on top, he doesn't go to the bottom. So my leaf floats. I can put it under float. My next object, I have a little toy car. And the car, it's not too heavy, but it definitely is heavier than the leaf and the duck. So I'm going to predict that he is going to sink. Let's see. You hear it hit the bottom of the bowl. He sank right to the bottom. So he is heavy. He sinks. I'm going to put him under the sink part of my page there. My next thing, I have a little toy boat here. And boats usually float, don't they, huh? So I think I'm going to make a prediction that, because boats float, I think this boat's going to float too. Let's see. Is he floating right on top? Yes, he is. He floats. So I'm going to put him under float. I have a crayon next, and the crayon's not heavy, but it's a little heavier than the other things are. So I'm going to predict it's going to sink. Let's see. We go to the bottom. You see how it went all the way to the bottom? I'm going to push him to the front for you. Right all the way to the bottom. So he sank. So I'm going to put it under sink. My next one, I have a seashell, and this feels about the same as the crayon. So I'm going to predict that the shell's going to sink too. Let's see. Did you hear it hit the bottom? So the shell sinks. I'm going to put it under sink. I have a sponge here, and the sponge is very fluffy and very light. So I'm going to predict it's going to float. Let's see. Does he float right on top? Yes, it does. So it absorbs lots and lots of water. Sponges do. It floats. So I'm going to put it under float. My last thing here, I have a coin, a little penny. And the penny, it's pretty little, but I think it's a little heavy enough to sink. So let's see. I'm going to predict that it's going to sink. Did you hear it? Sank right to the bottom. So the penny sinks. I'm going to put it under sink. And that's all the objects that I brought today. But parents, this is an excellent opportunity to let your kiddos kind of use some critical thinking skills and maybe go on a little scavenger hunt around the house to find things that they might sink or they might predict sinks or floats. and you can do some making some predictions, which is always a great skill for the kiddos to have. It's very open-ended. I love this activity. We usually lead it at circle time, and then the kiddos would get to play with it at playtime on their own. So that might be something you can set up at your house, something like you can show them, and then kind of let them just run with it, which is always kind of fun to do because then they're thinking on their own, which is what you want. So thank you so much for joining me today, friends. Tomorrow when you come back, we're going to be learning about this animal right here, the frog, which is going to be so much fun. But thank you so much for joining me today. Give me some knuckles. Oh, all over. And I'll see you tomorrow, friends. Bye.